Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up. Hear a knock on the door and the night begins. Cause we've done this before, so you come on in. Make yourself at my home, tell me where you been. Pour yourself something cold, baby, cheers to this. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down.
Welcome to my house, Keely. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Week 10 Misfit Toy Fantasy Football League recap show. It's actually Week 9 recap. We're going to Week 10. I'm facing this good-looking fella right here behind me. Don't let that smile fool you. He is a ruthless fantasy football player, and he will do whatever it takes to win. But me and Teely going at it this week. Huge game in the scheme of the season, as both of us come in at 7-2, looking to go 8-2. And winner of this game, will have a good shot at winning their division. So a little fun with Teely. Like I said, welcome to my house, Teely. You're going down this week. So these last few weeks have been crazy. There are so many buys. There are so many buys out there and not very many players. I mean, I'm stockpiling my Bengals defense just so no one else picks them up. I'm keeping 2 defenses. I've never done that in my life. With 20 teams, you kind of have to. I knew Teely needed a defense this week, so I figured he was taking the Falcons, so I didn't want to lose my spot in the waiver rotation, so I changed to the Raiders, so I got somebody. But man, that waiver wire is picked over. A few years ago, when I first started this league, it was like 8 people. I was the only one playing, and I could get whoever I wanted. I'd score like 250 points a game. But I mean, a couple weeks ago, Sheehan beats me to Deontay Foreman. He scores 30 points here and there. You know, I hung on to Deion Jackson for 3 weeks, hoping he'd play. He didn't, so I dropped him. And then Ryan picks him up, and he plays last week. And then no one wants Jacob Fields. That's his name, Jacob Fields, right? No one wants Fields. Jacob Fields or Justin Fields? What is his name? Justin Fields. Why am I calling him Jacob Fields? I don't know. Anyways, I'm leaving that in. No one wanted Justin Fields. I should know him because I grew up a Bears fan, but no one wanted him. Everybody's dropping him. And then I go to pick him up, and Becky picks him up, and he scores 64 points last week. So getting beaten to the punch is not too fun, but I'm hanging in there, and so is everybody else, I guess. We're trying to rotate those quarterbacks around, rotate those defenses around. 20 teams, that's a lot of people. And when buys come into play and injuries come into play, you get yourself into trouble. Anyways, let's look at that scoreboard from this week. I took on Michael Allen. And Michael, if you're watching this right now, I called you the Michael Allen buy. I had the Michael Allen buy this week. He had 3 of 8 starters in the lineup. So, Michael, if you're watching this, you need to get that lineup going, especially now that I'm done playing you. Get out there and beat somebody, all right? But it was a good thing I had the Michael Allen buy because I only scored 120 points. But that's that luck factor I talked about a few weeks ago. I lucked out with a 120-66 win. Becky Hazy picked up Justin Fields, and he led her to a win over Angie, 149-125. Both teams moved to 5-4. In my matchup, I moved to 7-2, and Michael moved to 2-7. And Michael is dropping down in that Ruby Ducey conversation. Amy KP lost a 4-game losing streak to yours truly last week. She's back on track this week, 155-116. Miniature upset over Kevin and Team Hawkeye. Amy, I'm struggling today, man. I've had about 4 hours sleep the last 2 nights. My daughter the daylight saving time has not been good to her. So she's been up. And so you can tell my brain is mush. I also started basketball, so I've just been consumed with that. So my brain is mush. I apologize for messing these names up. I know who you people are. I know who Justin Fields is. But Amy, mini upset over Kevin, 155-116. Amy moves to 5-4. Kevin falls to 6-3. Lost 2 games in a row now, or 2 of his last 3. And Joe Mixon, huge for Amy, 5 touchdowns. My guy Jamar Chase is out, so that's benefiting all those other Bengals. In this matchup, holy goodness, this looked like the Iowa-Illinois game, man. If you watch college football, Nick and Matt, disgusting matchup. I mean, I put this league together to score points, and Nick beats Matt 68-57. I mean, Justin Fields scored 64 by himself, and Nick's team mustered only 68 points, but it was enough for a win. I mean, enough for a win. He loses every matchup this week, but playing Matt, because he could have played Michael as well. But Nick moves to 4-5. Matt falls to 2-7 again in that Ruby Ducey category. And the thing with Matt, I don't think Matt has full lineup. He's doing well in another league, so he's dropped this league. But Tariq Hill scored 32 of his 57. So, Matt, get your stuff together, man. Leanne pulled off a win over Brad, 102-78 to move to 5-4. Brad falls to 4-5. This guy, do not sleep on Nathan Neward. He is making a name for himself these last few weeks. He beats Nathan Combs 146-98. He had Adam scored 41 points for him. But Nathan moves to 5-4. He's sneaking up there, and then Ankeny Natron falls to 1-8. Not looking good for Ankeny Natron. Like I said, he is working that waiver wire too. Just can't find someone that works for him yet. Team McDonald, the computer still likes him. Team McDonald, they think he's going to win the league right now. He's favored He beat Dora coming in hot 134-108 to move to 7-2, tied for the best record in the league. Dora coming in hot falls to 4-5. Then you had the Teely, this guy right here. Big win over red hot Ryan Webb. He wins at 150-124. Teely moves to 7-2, and Ryan falls to 4-5. His winning streak is snapped. Jeanette, I see you working the waiver wire. You've got Geno Smith in there playing quarterback for you. I saw you mixing it up. You're kind of in the mix there. You got to stay out of that Ruby Ducey there, kiddo. But you lose again. Sorry to say that. Fail Mary wins 127-86. Lisa moves to 4-5. Jeanette falls to 1-8. Her and Nathan kind of have a stranglehold on that Ruby Ducey playoff coming up. And the game of the week, it was a small spread, and it ended up a great matchup. Angie Krug, another one, don't sleep on her. She's coming alive. DeAndre Hopkins is back in her lineup. She takes down Sheehan 136-133, despite Cooper Kupp scoring 40 points for Jacob. Both of them are now 6-3 in the league. So taking a look at the standings, and I will we'll share those with you here if I can get that going. Got a lot of stuff going on my computer right here. Here are our standings in the Southview League. Brady Gaga. I don't know how, but I am there. I'm not scoring very many points, but I'm getting lucky, I guess. Brady Gaga, 7-2, all alone in first place. Kevin's a game back at 6-3. Becky at 5-4. Amy and Angie and Leanne also 5-4. So a log jam there in the middle. Nick's 4-5. Brad's 4-5. And then Michael and Matt, who are not participating that much, are 2-7. Over here in the Hawks division, it's a tie. Tyler and Teely at 7-2. Sheehan and Angie at 6-3. Nathan at 5-4. I do not want to see him in my schedule right now in the next few weeks. Ryan 4-5. Lisa 4-5. Chris 4-5. And then Jeanette and Nathan at 1-8. 6 games back. You see how you guys look at this at all? You got the playoff percentage chance. You know, over here, a 5% chance and a 4% chance. These two might have their spots reserved in the Ruby Ducey unless they can win out, and they need a lot of help. But also, they got a lot of cool stuff down here. Highest scoring team in the league. Lowest scoring team, the highest scoring team in the league right now is Nathan Neward. And like I said, you don't want to see him on your schedule right now. He's red hot. Tyler second leading scoring team. Then Sheehan, Hazy. See, look at me way down here. You know, I'm way down here, but I do have the 2 seed, but I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th in the league in scoring. I don't like that. There is where I am. I lead the league in points against in the luck category. You know, I've given up the least amount of points, but I don't do anything to do that. It's just the unfortunate of my players I'm playing. The person's giving up the most points in the league, also Nathan Neward. So he's had the bad luck against him, but he's got a solid team. Like I said, I don't want to see him on the schedule. Let's look now at, look at this. We'll look at the projected playoff bracket, if we can here. So final standing projection. This is what I always talk about, who the computer likes. You might be bored out of your mind looking at this, and maybe you look at it anyways, and my computer's super slow today. But here you go. On draft day, Jacob Sheehan was the favorite. Right now he's still second. Here's Tyler McDonald. He was 17th on draft day. He's the favorite now. But you can see where I'm not lucky. I was second on, right. I'm not very good, I should say. I've been very lucky. I was second on draft day, dropped to 8th. Third place prediction right now, Becky Hazy right there. Kevin, 4th place prediction. Angie, 5th. And Teely, 6th right now. But if we look at the projected playoff bracket, like I said, I hope I'm not boring you too much. I don't even know how many of you guys watch this. Nick said he watches it in double speed. So sometimes I talk really fast to make sure that when he's watching double speed, it goes extra fast for him. Maybe instead of 2 times, maybe it's 4 times. I'm like the Micro Machine Man. Anybody my age probably remembers that. You young bucks, Jeanette, and you other young people probably don't even know what Micro Machines are. But the guy that advertised them, he just talked really fast. As a kid, I loved it. So the projected playoff bracket, man, I am just struggling here. Where is the projected playoff bracket? You guys are like, get on with it, commish. We don't really care. But playoffs are coming up. I will explain the playoffs as we get closer. 16 teams will make the playoffs. The bottom 4 will make the Ruby Ducey playoffs. The higher seed you are, you'll get some extra points. So the regular season will matter. You'll get some points here. But here's a projected playoff bracket. If the playoffs started today, Tyler would be the 1 seed. Brad would sneak in, the last guy in. Hazy and Amy would be the 8-9. Ryan and Kevin, the 5-12. Lisa and Sheehan, the 13-4. Leanne and Angie be the 6-11. Teely and Chris would be the 3-14 there. And I don't like to see this. Hopefully this doesn't work out. But Nathan would be the 7, Angie be the 10, and I would be taking on Nick as a 2-15 matchup. But a lot can happen in these last few weeks. Last year, this time I was in like 3rd place. I ended up getting the 1 seed, and it was crazy. But so a lot can happen. But there you go. You guys are just want me to move on, I'm sure. So let's look at this week's matchups. We're going to come back to me and Teely. That's the game of the week, Teely. Becky and Nathan Neward. Like I said, Nathan favored big right now. Becky's got some holes in her lineup, I'm guessing, but 132-91. Amy and Chris favored 116-96. Matt, maybe he filled his bracket out, maybe he filled his lineup out, or maybe his guys are off by. I don't know, but he is favored over Sheehan right now, 127-104. Ryan favored 130-106 over the Michael Allen bye. Michael, fill out your lineup, please. And Leanne favored 113-109 over Jeanette. Jeanette, like I said, she is working her lineup a little bit more now. She needs a lot of help, but this would be a big one if she could pick up that win over Leanne. Brad and Lisa. Lisa's favored 127-84 currently. You got Nick and the red hot Angie Krug. Angie's favorite 117-103. Tyler, man, he's a machine as well. He's favored 145-120 over Kevin. And Kevin's dropping fast. I mean, Josh Allen can do something for him, but Kevin's got to put a team around him. He is dropping quickly. If he loses that one, that'd be 3 of his last 4 that he would have lost there. So, and then you got Angie and Ankity Natron. Angie's favored 110-107. That might actually be the closest matchup of the week thus far. But the game of the week, like we said, it is Brady Gaga, 7-2. That's me. Team Teely times 7-2. That's him. Game of the week. Right now I'm favored 130-122. I think we both have our lineups filled out. We picked up our waiver wires. He got the Falcons D. I got the Ravens D. There's a 0.3 projection difference there. So hopefully the Raiders can do something for me. I got Zeke Elliott back. I don't know if I'm going to play him. I don't like my guys with Jamar Chase out, but we're going to hope I luck out here. We got Brady versus Garoppolo. I mean, that's the old teammates. Everybody thought Garoppolo was going to take Brady out. But this thing has all sorts of stuff, all sorts of angles we could play this. Me and Teely, great matchup. Like I said, I'm sure I'll be texting him, taunting him. He'll be texting me, taunting me a little bit, or at least we'll be complaining about something. But game of the week, 7-2 Gaga, 7-2 the time. Until next week, then, guys. We're going to root hard for Brady Gaga this week. Oh, yeah, I got my screen share, so you guys see what I do there. I'm going to stop sharing so I don't give away my secrets. Don't mind the man behind the curtain, right? Wizard of Oz. I don't know if you guys get my references. I'm loopy today. Like I said, I didn't get much sleep. I am feeling better than last week, but hopefully my brain gets away from that mush. This has been pretty long. I'm going to get out of here. We're going back to some Flo Rida. How good is Flo Rida? Whatever happened to him? Is he still making music? He might be, but I had an old baseball player I coached when I was coaching at Swick in Creston. He's like, damn you, Flo Rida, and your catchy tunes. I mean, it's everything this guy made was gold, right? But welcome to my house, Steely. Brady Gaga, all the way. Set those lineups, Michael, Matt. Steely's going down. You guys have a great day. We'll see you next week. Going down, Steely.